I do like this match engine on FM24 because there are plenty of things you can do, and it's very boring playing with one tactical system. So what's going to happen over at Gloucester on this episode? We're close to the top of the table. We've played quite a few matches. We've been using this tactic. It's a strikeless system. And looking at the squad, we've got like a fullback here. We've got a fullback here. We've got someone who's retrained as a fullback here. And I'm trying to become as versatile as possible. This tactic has been fun, right? Except I'm getting bored again. We have this 4-2-3-1 that can play, and the idea here is also I want to try and get into these 3-1-6 setups. And to explain this, let's take a look at this 4-4-2. It's another formation that I like. This doesn't have a 3-1-6, right? It's basically you've got these three guys here. This guy pushes up. This guy is on a holding play. So we get a 3-2, and then we get these four in these positions, and he pushes up, so we get a 5. So it becomes a 3-2-5. If I turn this into a box-to-box midfielder, it becomes a 3-1-6 because we get these three. This guy comes up, and we get the 6 in attack. Yes, the holy grail for me is the 3-1-6. And I'm feeling like doing something like that right now. So we've got a 4-2-3-1 here. Looking at this, how can I get this into a 3-1-6? The problem with these kind of setups is generally these two guys. We want them to be like free eights so that they can move into these spots. When this guy comes in here, we've got our 3, we've got our 1. So these two ideally should move into these two channels here. Okay, and then these two roles should be able to drop back and go up the pitch. So let's just make the formation and hope to see if it works. Whenever we try and change things around, tactical familiarity definitely plays a part, right? I mean, which aspects of tactical familiarity do we have to worry about? There are 3 aspects to tactical familiarity. One is the positional familiarity, whether that player can play in the position. The other thing is role suitability, whether he's actually good enough for the role that you want him to play. And finally, we've got duty suitability, meaning has this player been playing long enough on that duty? Does he know what he's supposed to do? Is he supposed to come back, go forward, come and attack? And if I start putting in adjusting my UI, it can help. Here in my UI, I've got something here called tactical suitability. Then, of course, with conditioning. Of course, here I got role ability, and this is the assessment of the assistant manager as far as the player's current ability is concerned. Now, if I mouse over all this, this basically tells me how decent they are with the various tactical familiarity levels of the tactic. Now, if you change all these metrics, then this will change accordingly. So if I were to go to, say, very defensive, certain players will stop being perfectly familiar. You can see here, they're not used to playing on this mentality, and most of these players will be struggling with understanding what they're supposed to do on that mentality. So whenever I'm changing tactics, I don't try to shift away from the mentality too much. So if I'm playing some tactic on this defensive mentality, then I will stay defensive, cautious, balanced around those 3 zones. And if I'm playing a tactic on attacking mentality, then I generally stay on those mentalities. So even if I've changed to a new tactic, it's generally better not to deviate too far away from the mentality. Positional familiarity is really easy because in terms of positions, all you need to do is make sure that the player can play in that position. Finally, we've got duty. So if you think about it really carefully, this positional tactical familiarity, it doesn't hit you that hard, but you've got to be smart about how you set up a new tactic. So our team has been playing generally on attacking mentality. So if I'm going to set up a new tactic, it's going to be on positive or attacking mentality. That's the risk level that my players are used to, and that's how we're going to set up this 4-2-3-1.
Hello, Daljit. This is Joey. Can you be explaining to everybody about the 3-1 and the 3-2 build up? It's given me some very good tactics, and I'm sure everybody will be interested, you know.
If you haven't recognized this side of me before, then you probably haven't been coming for any of my Twitch streams. Why haven't you been showing up on the Twitch streams? Because on the Twitch streams, my Joey personality, which is my really crazy, psychotic alter ego that loves doing crazy stuff, okay, is slowly coming into this safe. Okay, so today we're going to be very experimental. Let's take a look at this 4-2-3-1. Let's turn it into like a 3-1-6. How do we do that? First up, we're going to use a libero. Yeah, I'm laughing a bit seriously. This is crazy. Okay, so If I'm going to use the libero here, he becomes the 1. So these two guys will become inverted fullbacks. That gives him my 3-1. And then what I want to do with this role is I'm just going to turn both these guys into like CMs on support or box-to-box midfielders, right? So this is a box-to-box midfielder. This is a CM on support. Maybe this guy will be a... yeah, I'll turn him into a box-to-box midfielder. This guy will be a CM on support. And then we'll have AP on support. And then we have a winger on support. And probably we will have one winger on... we'll just do 2 wingers on attack. And then over here, an advance. So basically, we got these 3 guys running off. My only worry is how do I defend these flanks? Okay, we're not gonna play with the overlap. We want to counter press. So essentially, when I'm trying to counter press, I like to keep my attacking width narrow. That's because I want my players positioned closer together, right? So if they lose the ball, they're not far away. They can win the ball back. Okay, so we got counter press, roll it out mid block. No. Let's just play high up the pitch, be a bit crazy, get stuck in, slightly higher tempo. Yeah, we're terrible players, right? So I think being more expressive can help us out. Play our defense. Probably I'm going to leave this. Wow, that's really simplifying things. Yeah, that's a lot of TIs that got, and suddenly I feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so now we've got these roles. We got this guy moving up. I can get them to overlap. Okay, this will position them slightly higher. It becomes like a 1-2. They'll form like a V shape, right? With this guy moving up, and these 2 guys will be just in front of them. So it's basically like a 3-1, but they will only become a 6 when I'm in the final third. So if I wanted to make sure that we don't attack too soon, then this role should ideally be a poacher. He stays in the area. Okay. With this guy, we'll probably ask him to roam and not move into channels. Although that is moving into channels is vertical, so there's going to be vertical and lateral movement from this player. We'll tell him to close down more, fine. We'll get these guys to do basically nothing else. Who can play in this system? So we got Eastgrove, Mitchell, Nolan, Hanks, Pinchard. Where's Sean Spence, my man? Okay, we'll put Sean Spence in here. We got Tom Pugh. We got Collins, Reynolds, Woodman, and Barden. Okay. I mean, we'll find out if they can play. Ryan, Jason Straha comes up. We're going to have at least 2 midfielders. We'll be playing against Dorking in 7 days' time. So now the thing is, lower league as well, training. If I use this match practice a lot, then they will gain some tactical familiarity. This also helps with tactical familiarity, which is one of the reasons why I use a lot of match practice in the lower league. The good thing about playing a 4-2-3-1 is that you can play a 4-4-2. So if things go south and I feel that we need to change, then we can easily move into this system, which is just a slight shift in the way we're playing. So he moves into attack. These 2 guys drop into midfield. So it's pretty easy to morph between a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1, which is the reason why I encourage a lot of people to begin their football manager adventure trying to craft 4-4-2 tactics. A problem you normally find happening in the lower leagues is keeping players happy. It's because you can't bring in the best players for your tactical system. You generally end up just bringing decent players and you're hoping they can fit into some kind of a system, which means that you invariably end up playing multiple tactical systems. And it's the reason why I do this, so I can keep as many players as happy as possible. All right, so here we go. We're playing against a 4-2-3-1 Dorking. Let's find out what the expectations are with this team. In terms of the season preview, Dorking mid-table. I mean, we should really be beating them, not giving them much of a whiff. So what I'm going to change is I'm going to change this into a shadow striker. I'm going to change this. We'll leave this as a poacher. I want to see how we play. Maybe what we need is, since this guy going up and down, we'll turn this guy into a winger on support. Where Edward play, draw that team out. We play our defense. I think this should be fine. We'll go higher and play attacking football. Yes. Let's this makes it a bit more lopsided, right? And then we'll build up easily into like a 3-1, I guess. Yeah, 3-1. This player will move here. Then there will be a 2 here that wait to join the attack. Here we go. The players are out. Let's play this on extended highlights. Play back to the keeper. It's a bit of pressure on them immediately. I can sense it. Chico Maker. We have like in trigger press on the fullbacks. Huh? Yeah, so immediately we get into a goal scoring position. The fullbacks, it's worth trigger pressing their fullbacks. We were playing a 4-2-3-1 because you're gonna have players very close to them. So if they make one mistake, your boys are on them in a flash, and that could easily turn a potential build-up play for them into a goal scoring opportunity for yourself, which is what's happened to us. Okay, so now we've got this. This is our build-up. Reynolds, yeah. So it's a 3-1. You can see it's a 2. When the rest defense is very solid. As we attack, we hold our shape. So he will pivot up the pitch. I mean, I think our tempo is too high, which is the reason why he's not moving up the pitch. I'm gonna drop the tempo. Yeah, this I want to have like a pivot action. Say what will happen is we go into 3-1 now. It's like a safe 3-2 with the 2 support duties. We don't overcommit. So the players are actually in a good position to help us defend, which they should have done. They should have done. They didn't do, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, we're playing out from the back. I want to see whether it works. Yeah, it does. So we got Ace Grove. I got a loose 3-1 here. This players would pivot back to the bottom. This is a wing on attack. There we go. I expect this guy to pivot. Once it goes here, she should move up. Yeah, he should be. Okay. He's not. We gone back to the keeper. So he supports play because he's play out of defense, right? So he moves a bit deeper. Okay, good. This is nice. So he supports him now. Ah, too pretty. The football is too pretty. Okay, we're gonna remove player defense now. It's too pretty. I mean, I am not that. We're not that good of a team. We'll probably screw that up quite a lot. So I'm removing player defense. I thought you the idea of changing him into a advanced forward now. Since we are playing with this advanced, since we're playing with this breaking the lines we pass into space, I want him to attack quickly. Oh, good defending. Oh, lined up the shot, defended well. Is Grove? We almost conceded again. Collins, yeah, we got one shaky defense at the moment. I mean, they haven't had a shot on target, but every time they get into that kind of a position, I'm very uncomfortable. Okay, Hanks gonna bring the ball forward. Our tempo is not high. Oh, nice pass to Sean Spence. That is such a good pass from Tom Hanks to Sean Spence. Oh, this is brilliant, man. The player got in between the lines. He's got moved into channels as a shadow striker. Now, these 2 yellow cards are a concern for me. Woodman out to Hanks. Hanks finds Pew Pew. Mitchell shoots. It's another goal. All right. We're looking fine and dandy now. We can definitely change the way we are playing. It's not really, I mean, it's like a 3-1. It's more like a 3-2-5, right? Because the 2 midfielders, they tend to pivot up and down. I don't want to use inverted wing backs at all. I know there are some people who say, why don't we use an inverted wing back? I don't like the use of an inverted wing back. These fullbacks, inverted fullbacks are so much better. Okay, here comes Mitchell. Oi, what is Pew doing? Okay, we have to demand more from the boys. They're falling asleep at the wheel. Sean Spence finds Mitchell. Mitchell may be a terrible signing. Thanks to Spence. Mitchell is not filling me with a lot of confidence at the moment. Pew goes back, finds Woodman. He gets out of trouble, but the inverted fullback plays it. Hanks with a header. Pew now to Collins, back to the Libero. Libero looks long. Chugo Maker. Hanks again, the box-to-box midfield. Looks for options. Doesn't have the fullback overlapping him, but okay. I think we'll dial things down to positive now, and then we'll still play the same way. Drop the tempo slightly. So far, Spence has been playing well. We're not going to say anything to the boys. 3-0 up. But the S-Man said all he needed to say. Okay, Gray. 2 yellow cards on the flanks. A bit concerned at the moment. Barden to Woodman. Finds Pew. Pew to Hanks. Hanks goes forward. Gives it to Barden. Now to Woodman. Gives it to Hanks. Pew. Reynolds, Pew now looks for options, has got the inverted fullback. We're not rushing this, right? Playing a really safe game. Okay, there is something that we can do. I just saw something happen in a transition break. Started seeing something, and there is something we can do. It's there. There's an instruction I want to give the team right now. What a ball! Oh, we almost got another goal. Wait, we can score a lot more goals now. We're gonna hold shape now. Okay, we're gonna move this team around. Yeah. Instead of countering everything, we're just gonna move them around and create goal scoring opportunities. Go Reynolds to Pew. Pew to Sean Spence. Sean Spence to Isgrove. Isgrove is going to look for options. He's going to look back to the inverted fullback. Then Libero. Hanks comes up to support play. The box-to-box midfielder inside the area takes a shot. And what a save. All right, we got Mr. Pew. We'll put him here. We get Joe Hanks in the final third since he's on a yellow. Isgrove to Joe Hanks. Joe Hanks turns, goes to the other side. Mitchell's header gathered by the keeper. Oh, this is looking good, ma. Okay. The two midfielders are playing brilliantly. Barden to Isgrove. Isgrove back to Woodman. Now to Reynolds. Now to Pew. Pew finds Mitchell. What a pass! Splitting this defense off apart. Some slick passing gives us our fourth goal against Dorking. Nice. Perfectly positioned. I like this. Okay, the two central midfielders are pivoting, so it's making a very nice attacking pattern, and I like it. It's not over. I'm not over committing. We got the rest defense is brilliant because when we lose the ball, the players are all positioned nicely to. If we have a really good team, it'll be a lot better. I see how we get the ball back, so it's very hard for the opposition to create anything. And our possession is very high. It's almost 70 odd percent. And I can achieve that on higher mentalities. Oh, that's good. Okay, Sean Spence hangs, goes for goal. Which is basically a reason why I moved into the box-to-box midfielder slot. I wanted to get a chance to score some goals. Aye, another corner. Short corner routines. Spence. Idea here is for me to keep possession. Keep this team under pressure. Hanks. They're out of the penalty area, so that's the end of the corner. Good ball. Pinchard gets there first, but now, okay. They have to work hard to get their players on the ball. We just need better players. The rest defense is excellent because they're always in a position to intercept the ball. It's just, playing the pass out sometimes not exactly their strong suit. Hanks, Collins, not the Hanks, goes back to Woodman. Yeah, you got a double pivot. Sean Spence finds the what? Oh, fifth. Is he offside? Yeah. Okay, enough. Yeah, they can't penetrate our defense now. Okay, it's time for me to save this tactic. Yes, it's the BTN. We'll have to give it a name. We'll have to give this a name. Joey's 4-2-3-1. Because Joey is the one that's gone into this 3-1-6 craze at the moment. The 3-1 build-up's all Joey. Yeah, it's all Joey. Whenever you see 3-1 build-up madness, it's because Joey has taken over the stream. Joey is on this mission to create 3-1 build-ups. As many 3-1 build-ups as possible. Okay. So just ask Joey to show up on the stream and that you will see another 3-1 build-up being created. It's my obsession for FM24. Because it's when you do a 3-1 build-up, your rest defense is going to be excellent. You'll be able to have high possession as well. That's it. Dorking done. Gloucester move into third, 3 points behind league leaders. In the Vanrama, Oldham, South Shields. So South Shields are another newly promoted side. So the two newly promoted sides are giving Oldham a run for their money. So as you can see here, the newly promoted sides are South Shields, Eastbourne, Gloucester, and Worthing. Right? And right now, South Shields, well, look, Worthing are here. Eastbourne are here. So, okay, not bad. Gloucester and South Shields. I guess the Van Rama National North, not an easy league to be in. Mhm. The top two contenders are here. And both of us are scoring goals for fun. South Shields with 21. We have scored 20 goals. Oh, Oldham are in trouble. Oldham are in trouble. We have yet to face Oldham. Oh, 4-0 win is our biggest win of the season so far. So looking at this tactic, so let me load the BTN 4231. So this is the system you're using now. Okay, so we're gonna give. So yeah, what name should we give this tactic? It's another Joey creation. Okay, so yes, I get this thing about making tactics. Eh, we're gonna make a 4-3-1-2 as well, but I don't think we can get a 4-3-1-2 to play like a three, those kind of funky tactics. The idea behind these 3-1 build-ups is we still need wide players, right? You need two players who can look after the flanks. The easiest formations to do them with are the 4-2, 4-4-2, the 4-2-3-1, right? And of course the 4-4-1-1. These are the best. I mean, you can also do it with the 3-4-3, but it ends up playing more like a 3-1-4-2. So I like these formations, and I think these are the stronger formations in the sense, and they can be quite a lot of fun to play with. Now, have you got any other systems out there that do a 3-1 build up? If you do, I do a show on Wednesday. It's called Bring Your Tactics. Your chance to bring in your tactics on my show, and I play with them. And sometimes I end up, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We use a team, we change tactics every game. And that's another challenge on that stream to see how far this team can go with a different tactic for every single game. Can they achieve their goals for the season? I hope you enjoyed today's show. Yes, it's just me and tactics. I'll see you again next time around on the show. You guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.